Welcome back inside the Q Center. Another edition of Karods Korner presented by Tim Hortons, Canada's favorite cup of coffee. So it's time for Tim Hortons. First of all, we want to thank Chris Budden for this lovely Christmas,
you can see it from the bench.
Could you?
First thing Jake and I said was, hey, look at Tom's little get up there.
I know. Well, it's not really mine. It's Chris's, so a big thank you to Chris. He kind of cooked with this one.
You got to do it.
Is it safe to say that's what the Grizzlies looked like tonight?
Soft and cuddly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a tough one there, Sonny. Break it down for me. What did you see in that?
Didn't seem like we had any life.
Yeah.
You go short into yesterday's game. I know with Monahan and Heinze playing 30 minutes last night, maybe a little bit drained on the back end. It's a good opportunity for other guys to step up, but it just seemed from the start we took them lightly. We had addressed in the room that, yeah, sure, they only have 2 wins, but look at they're coming on in the last 6 games. They're only, they're losing by 2 or 3, 1. Like last night, they probably outplayed Nanaimo, and Nanaimo came out with a win, and we had a bad well, actually, at first, the start was not okay.
I was going to say, the start was
probably
the best part.
Probably the best part of our whole night, and yeah, we never recovered from that first goal. It just wasn't there. Like, honestly, it's a deflated room, I think, and so that's kind of where it was.
Yeah, where does that come from? You said deflated a little bit, but is that just a lack of energy or just too early, ready for Christmas? Or
it might be a lot of those different factors. I think a part of it is you had such a big game yesterday, and so much emotion is put into that game. You're struggling. You're coming off a 3-game losing streak. You right?
Yeah, my tie's just not centered.
Okay. You're coming off a 3-game losing streak there, and so you put so much into yesterday, and so exhausting to coach a good game like that, and for like even for us, I was saying like it's exhausting to win games like that because you put so much into it, and then imagine what the players are putting into mentally and physically. So I think there was a bit of that. I thought there was good spirits in the room before, and guys looked like they were ready to play, and like they came out well, and it was just we lost some steam real quick and just never got it back.
Mm-hmm. I can certainly understand there was some frustration. Did you feel it on the bench in the third period too? Like it was just a sense of frustration. We saw obviously the stuff at the end too, and
yeah, that kind of stuff at the end. It's like, where's that at the start of the game? If things aren't going your way, you're not playing well. You can always defend. You can always hit. And you can change the course of a game if you do that early on. In the last 5 minutes, that does nothing. And credit to Surrey for coming in and. They kind of lull you to sleep a little bit. They just play a well-timed game. It's kind of like a soccer match with them. They just pucks come in, pucks come out, pucks come in, and then they're dangerous when they need it to be tonight. And they had some guys step up, and their goalie was good, I thought. And,
yeah, he was good.
So credit to them for coming in and taking 2 points in our barn.
Yeah, a split on the weekend for you guys. Like you said, a big win last night, but does it feel like that win kind of goes out the window now that you've lost the last one?
Yeah, because you do so much to, like I said, to win that game yesterday, and now Bernie, so you leapfrog them, and tonight, I don't know what the scores in the Nanaimo game there, but you have a chance to get into second because we'd have more wins than them, and so it's like we didn't talk about it, but you do have that opportunity. You might still have it in the next weekend here, but you want to win these last couple games here and have a good feeling going into Christmas. And, these games are so important. These last 6 games before the break are the ones I think you lose that you're probably not supposed to. And, you go into the new year and it kind of sits on your mind for 2 weeks. So, there's a lot of that going on maybe around the league, I think, too. So, all we can do is, take the day off tomorrow and then get back at it next week and work hard for going to that last weekend and, make sure we have pride going into those games as well.
Felt like there were some missed assignments in the D zone today. Do you think that was just a mental thing or laziness or a combination?
It's a combination of being on the ice for 90 seconds plus. Now you're exhausted. The last 2 goals, and the coach that was here 2 coaches ago used to call them, that's a 200 shift. That's a 400-foot shift, up and down the ice, 200, 400 feet. That was an 800-foot shift on that 4th and 5th goal. So we're in our zone, up the ice, down the ice, up the ice, back. We do that in practice. Guys call it a bag skate, having to do that. And it's like, well, if it's hard in practice, how is it easy here?
Yeah.
Right? And then you look at that. There's a 2-on-0 in front of the net. Just the fundamentals of the game weren't present, and that tells me there was just a lack of mental focus. I don't think it's for a lack of effort or trying. I just think there just wasn't there mentally, and if you're not there mentally, it's hard to get in there physically, and it's disappointing to see an effort like that, especially when we know how good we're. It kind of reminds me of the start of the season where one good game, one bad game, one good game, one bad game, and hopefully it's not a trend, but hopefully it's just a one-off because we've played a few good games in the last little bit, even in the losses. So, like I said, we just got to make sure guys come working hard this week and go from there.
Now that you've lost this one against a team you probably would have liked to beat, how important and how much rides on this final weekend, going into the Christmas break? You got Powell River on Friday, then a tough travel day on Saturday against Nanaimo, against a team that you're trying to get back against in the standings. How much is riding on those 4-point swings?
A lot. Like we were kind of talking, you kind of want 3 of these 4. It's a tough trip. You go up to Powell River, you play them, and they're a team that can win in that rink, and we've been a victim of it for the last 3 years now.
Well, actually, we haven't because we've won every game there in the last 3 years. But
have we really?
Yeah.
So they just win up here then?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually. Which is a little weird.
Yeah, interesting scheduling with coming back to play a road game in our own barn.
Yeah.
We just got to play hard there. Like we got to focus. Can't focus on 2 games. We got to focus on the one game. So we can spend time focusing on Powell River going into the week. That's a big. You win that one, then you got to look at the next one. Like you start looking at the Nanaimo game, then Christmas, and you just too easy to lose focus there. So.
Yeah.
Good crowd of kids over there tonight. I don't know who they were or where they came from, but that was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. Some good spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Any positives that you're going to take away from this weekend? I mean, I know it feels like rock bottom at this point when you lose to a team that's 21-3 coming into tonight, but it's not like I said on broadcast. It's not like they're playing soccer out there. They know how to play hockey, but it's certainly it hurts. But any positives to take out of this weekend?
Well, it was a good team win yesterday, like we talked about. So it's positive to see that, and it was a team loss today. Like at least they did it together. I'm not trying to be funny, maybe a little bit cute there, but it's like if you're gonna do something, do it together. No matter what you're doing, and I don't know if there's much positive to take out of tonight. I'm trying to think throughout the game there. We had a good net drive and scored that goal. This might be the only time we got to their net.
Yeah.
And that wasn't for them stopping us. It's just for a lack of trying, I think. And, trying to pinpoint some performances, but I really can't for tonight. I just think it was just, a lot of mediocrity tonight, and, which is a little bit, not normal for us. Like, there's always someone to pick up and step up. And, sure, some guys had some good games, but they weren't really impactful. And when you lose 5-1, it's hard to pick anything out of there.
Yeah. Choosing this 3 stars is
that can't be easy.
No. Suneil, we'll let you go. And
you picked Trey, I saw, right?
Energy player of the game.
Yeah, Trey's a guy that plays well every game.
He does. Even a bad game, he's good.
Like he's that rock there. Like you're gonna get the same game out of him if you win 10-2 or if you lose 5-1. It's the same game from him. He's definitely kind of emerging as one of the leaders in the room there, and guys follow him, and just not enough guys following him because you see him on the bench, you can hear him on the bench. He's doing and saying the right things. His shift length's good. He's going to the net. He gets to the dirty areas. Just not enough guys following.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. He's a good kid. I know tough night, so we'll let you go. We'll keep it short and sweet tonight, but appreciate it. We'll see you next weekend before Christmas.